He actually did it! That's a rock-up!
That's in play down the third baseline. Peter makes the great play from Peter McNeil.
Oh, Philip goes to Buckles. Walk-off in the season.
Cross, get out, ball later!
And that ball is out of here. Walk-off home run, Jingle. That ball's in play. Going back, he McCann. Thomas Playhouse makes the grab. He's running third. He's heading home. Oh, he's out. He's gonna be out. Push it over to first. I don't know if I like it. Oh, that ball is absolutely tattooed. And what a roll! What a roll from Team McCann. That will do it. The Nighthawks are the 2023 AWA champions.
Flare it up. What a play for Peter McNeil!
What's going on, wiffle ball fans, and welcome to AWA Field. Tonight we have the Eastern Enforcers taking on the Central Cyclones in some Wednesday night wiffle ball action. What's going on, everybody? I'm Mark Campanero, joined alongside Alex Harden here. Tonight we'll be taking you all the rest of the way, and we're going to get right into starting lineups here this evening.
Evan Clugston, Duke University.
Jackson Carr, I'm Ham.
Zane Phillips, Mount Lake Terrace High School.
Alex Ballard, Kings Elementary.
Jeremy Langstead, Sherwood.
Salou Fati, West Appalachian State, Junior Community College.
That is the Central Cyclones starting lineup here tonight. We'll get right into the Eastern Enforcers lineup.
Jake Oliver, Seattle Area Pipe Trades.
Joshua Gradwell, Evansville High School.
Chase Winkler, Woodmore Elementary.
Jonathan Galgano, Washington State University.
Brock Blaus, University of America Samoa.
Though that is your Eastern Enforcers starting lineup, and we are all through the starting lineups here tonight. We'll be getting game number 1 underway here shortly, but before we do so, we're going to send it to Joe Accord, who's got the weather for tonight.
Good evening. This is Joe Accord from the AWA Weather Center. With a rainy Tuesday behind us, rain is currently moving out of the area, but we picked up almost an inch yesterday. So field conditions could be an issue, and it appears to be a very wet Memorial Day weekend, but only picking up almost a quarter of an inch. So we'll have to just see if those field conditions could dry out for Monday. Everybody have a great Memorial Day, and remember, dingers or nothing.
Thank you, Joe. We appreciate you doing the weather for us night in and night out. So we're about to get game 1 started. Josh Gradwell will be on the mound for the Eastern Enforcers, and the Central Cyclones will be hitting first this evening. Evan Clugston will lead it off. And hey, I feel like every time we come to the park, there is a new addition to this field. It has absolutely been crazy this year. If you remember on Monday, the new addition was the World Series champions out there in left field. They're now on a banner out in Club 65. And now our new addition here tonight, this evening, we have a batter's eye out there in center field. So it'll be a lot easier for our hitters now to see that white wiffle ball. We have that black background out there in center field, and it'll be a whole lot easier for our hitters to see. So another great and cool addition to the field. Josh Gradwell starts off Evan Clugston with ball 1-0. Right in there for strike 1. Ball and a strike now to Clugston. Ground ball right to Jake Oliver at third. He bobbles it, throws on over to first. It's not in time to get Evan Clugston, so Clugston leads it off here with a single. And now Alex Ballard stepping up to the plate. Alex, how you doing?
I'm good.
Doing good?
I'm good. Weather's good. Feeling good.
That's good.
Happy to be here.
Got a nice another sunny day here tonight.
Yeah, you know, I love this. Love the sun.
First pitch here to Ballard, hits the zone for strike one. 1-1, and that's that nasty drop pitch that Gradwall has.
I really just can't wait to see the calls that Jason Morehouse is going to make out in the field today.
Oh, I know. Me too.
That's really why we're here.
Every time I get to the park and I see Jason, I'm like, gosh, I'm ready to see some calls from him tonight. The man is just electric as an umpire. Can't ask for much more.
That's a great way to put it.
2-2. Do you have his Instagram? Hits the zone. Strike 3. Alex Ballard strikes out looking for out number 1. 1 away here in the top of the first inning. Zane Phillips to the plate. Zane Phillips this season for the Cyclones has been one of, if not their most effective offensive player this year.
Is J-Bone here?
I don't think so.
It's a big bat out of the lineup
that is a
today
big bat out of the lineup.
for the Cyclones.
Swing and a miss, and that was a nasty drop there from Gradwall. He strikes out Zane Phillips, and there's now 2 away here in the top of the first. Back-to-back strikeouts there for Josh Gradwall.
It's looking good so far.
Right back to the top of the order with Evan Clugston. And so Salou Fatty is supposed to be here this evening for the Cyclones, but unfortunately he is a little late. So the Cyclones playing with just 3 men here in this game 1, this current moment. In what?
You're welcome.
I'm 5. Holy shit, I'll take that.
I'm satisfied. Thank you for your research. You didn't lie, did you?
Ball 3 to Clugston. That's a full count. Full count here to Clugston. Hits the zone, freezes Evan Clugston for strike 3. No run score here in the top of the first inning. We remain tied 0-0 as we go to the bottom of the first.
I know, one more. I thought about making, yeah. But no, it still looks good. I thought about taking the catapult and extending that out and making it. But
I like it though. I'm happy you did that. That's going to be way easier to see the ball.
We'll see now if it's glare.
Jake Oliver up to the plate for the Enforcers. Looks at ball 1. Going to be a tall task here tonight for the Eastern Enforcers, just like it is for any team who faces Evan Clugston, the most feared pitcher in the AWA.
Yeah, you're right about that. It's not an easy task going up there and trying to hit. Jake's ahead in the count here, though. Good start for him.
And yeah, it seems like the only real chance you have against Evan Clugston is if he happens to be off and having command issues and walking a lot of batters. Definitely will have your opportunity to score some runs, but if he is on, he's on, and he is very difficult to hit. Chase Winkler looks at ball one. Winkler had an electric series last series with the Enforcers. Had 3 home runs in that effort. Low for ball 4, so Winkler, 4-pitch walk. And the Eastern Enforcers, they get their first 2 runners on, first and second, and now John Galgano stepping up to the plate. Galgano does go around there. Strike 1. 0-1. And Clugston throws that high for a ball. So 1 ball and a strike. That's outside. 2 balls, 1 strike here to Galgano. Eastern Enforcers runners on first and second. Looking to strike first here in game 1, and that hits the zone. Nasty pitch there from Clugston, evens the count. Way high there. Full count now to Galgano. Hits the zone for strike 3. Galgano is frozen, and Clugston strikes him out for out number 1. So after walking the first 2 batters he sees, Evan Clugston comes right back and sits down Galgano. Just outside for ball 1. Just nearly missed there. And that's way out for ball 2. So 2-0 here to Gradwall. Gradwall so far pitching here tonight is very effective, as that hits the zone. 2-1. Outside there for ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike now to Gradwall. That's way outside. So looks like Evan Clugston having some early command issues here in game 1. He's walked 3 batters so far on the early going.
Yeah, it seems to have been kind of his Achilles heel, if you will. Sometimes he just can't find the zone early in games.
Jake Oliver now to the plate, and this is not the guy you want to be facing in a bases loaded situation with only 1 away. Big hack there, swings over the top of the drop. It's now 1-1. Just a bit high there.
A lot of bite on that one.
2-1 now to Oliver. And that's high. 3 balls, 1 strike. Clugston needs to give Oliver a pitch here. The pitch. Inside for ball 4, and Oliver works a walk. So the Enforcers score the first run of the ball game. They now lead at 1-0 here in the early going of game 1.
Yeah, still just 1 out here. I mean, Enforcers would love to put up a 6 spot here, give themselves some cushion facing Evan.
And who knows, this might be their only opportunity to really do it if Evan can really get dialed in.
Very true.
Winkler fouls that one off. It's now 0-2. Just low. Forcers would love to cash in here on a bases loaded opportunity. Big swing and a miss gets Winkler to go around on the changeup for out number 2. So 2 away. Now in the inning, John Galgano will step up to the plate. And it was great that the Enforcers were able to get in at least 1 run here with this bases loaded situation. But whenever you're facing Evan Clugston, the more runs you can get in on with bases loaded, the better, because Sometimes he only has one kind of shaky inning, and then he's just lights out for the rest of it, and it looks like he's really starting to dial in late in this inning.
Yeah, and I mean, for the Enforcers, too, they do have Josh Gradwell going, who's also no slouch, so could be in for a bit of a pitcher's duel here. Josh looked pretty dialed in for the Enforcers.
0-2 to Galgano is outside for
like
ball
a bit
1.
of a knuckle there or something.
1-2. Way outside, evens the count here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And yeah, Alex, to your point, Gradwell has been pitching excellent to start this ball game, so you're very right. It very well could be a pitcher's duel, and this one run could be the difference. Full count now to Galgano. Bases are loaded, 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. Enforcers lead it by a run. Pitch here from Clugston. Ground ball down the third base side over to Zane Phillips. He fields it cleanly, steps on third, and gets the out. 1 run scores for the Enforcers here in the bottom of the first inning. They lead at 1-0 as we go to the top of the second.
First pitch is in there for a strike. Silly hack there from Ballard. A quick 0-2 count.
And that's fouled off by Ballard, so the count is now 0-2. Hits the zone. Josh Gradwell freezes Alex Ballard, strikes him out for out number 1. 1 away. You're in the top of the second inning, and Josh Gradwell so far to start this game 1 has been rolling.
Yeah, he looks to be in complete control up there on the bump.
Zane Phillips looks at ball 1. Phillips 0 for 1 here this evening with a strikeout. 2-0 now the count. Ground ball is foul down the third base side. What was it called, Morehouse? What do you got? My God. That's what I had to. Speak up. Yeah, say it with your chest. Three and 1. Hits the zone for strike 2. Full count here to Phillips. Just a bit outside, and Zane Phillips works a walk. So runner on first for the Cyclones. Evan Clugston up to the plate. And that walk puts on the tying run for the Cyclones.
Cyclones still working with a 3-man lineup.
Yeah, we're still waiting for Salou Fatty to get here. He is plugged into the lineup, so just trying to wait and see when he's going to get here. It's only going to be a matter of time, but until he shows up, Cyclones are playing with just 3 men. Outside there to Clugston, count is now 2-0. Just high there, so 3 balls, no strikes down to Clugston.
Well, you know, I said Josh Gradwell was in complete command, but now not so much.
can't be doing those announcers curses, Alex.
I know. I'm just gonna not talk.
Nah, you should talk. Hits the zone.
Like I said, complete command.
Oh, he did it again. Clugston walks. So that's back-to-back walks here for Josh Gradwell. Runners on first and second for the Cyclones. Alex Ballard back up to the dish. Been a slow start here so far for Alex Ballard in this game. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Looking to try to correct this and try to tie this ball game up. Cyclones down just a run. Just a bit high there. Ball 1. And Ballard goes around for a strike. So a ball and a strike now to Ballard. Big swing and a miss there for strike 2.
Just a little ahead of that one. It was a good pitch to hit. Just got to adjust the timing.
Hits the zone, strike 3. And that is Ballard's third consecutive strikeout of the evening. Josh Gradwell has just had his number so far in the early going.
Yeah, tough go thing so far. God, his timing looks a little off there. He's early on all these swings.
And it's crazy to say because Alex Ballard in the first series of the year for the Cyclones had 4 home runs.
It's a pretty good day at the office.
He started off very hot to begin this 2024 season, but since that series, he's really cooled down. 2-0 to Zane Phillips. Ground ball down the first base side. Chase Winkler fields it cleanly, steps on first.
I'll be Dylan Moore. Dylan Moore strikeouts.
Josh Gradwell up to the plate here in the bottom of the second inning, and I don't even know what I just saw there from Evan Cluxton. Starts him off with a ball.
Was it a ball? Okay.
And then he just comes back with that disgusting pitch. That was crazy.
It's all the mind games.
2-1 out of Gradwell. Nobody on, nobody out. Enforcers up by a run. Way inside and low for ball 3. High there for ball 4. Gradwell works a walk.
I can't count. He just wants to hit.
I'm no math major either. It's okay.
So the Enforcers have a runner on first for Jake Oliver. Jake Ollie Oliver up to the plate.
Classic.
You like that one?
I do.
Yeah, we've never called him that.
I think
trying it on for side.
Just call me Olive Oil. I was dirty back in the day, dude.
Full count here to Jake Olive Oil Oliver.
I like that one better than what I was going to do.
Does not go around there, ball 4.
I was going to call him
that is a great nickname.
That is. I was going to call him the acrobat with all those backflips that he does.
The acrobat's another good
But
Olive
Oil's way better.
Yeah, I just like the explanation he gave us. They used to call me Olive Oil because I was so slippery. Oh, wow.
Classic.
All right. Chase Winkler up to the dish. He looks at ball 1. Ripped out to right, and that's going to get down for a fair ball. So Winkler is in there with a single, and I don't know. I thought Alex Ballard might have an opportunity to try to tag out Winkler as he was just shuffling over there to first.
Yeah, there's definitely that aspect, but my first thought was I don't think I've ever seen a ball hit like that here. I mean, it kind of, when you hit it, when you hit it that way, it's usually just a home run. It's pretty short out there, but dying ball off the wall is kind of a. I don't know if we've seen many like that. It's got to be a tough play. I mean, we're superstar athletes, but it's tough to play a ball off the wall.
Professional athletes.
Yeah.
3-1 now the count to Galgano. Bases are loaded. Pitch from Clugston is outside, and so Galgano will work a walk, and that'll bring in the second run for the Enforcers. Now lead it 2-0 here in the bottom of the second. So Evan Clugston still struggling with some command here in the second inning of game 1. Reminds me a lot of his first start to start this 2024 season. Walked a lot of batters in his first game, gave up 6 runs, and ended up losing that game 1. But then came back in game 2 and was very effective. So
yeah, sometimes it just takes a couple innings. I mean, I hope it doesn't come at the expense of a loss or a bunch of runs, but it happens.
And that's just high to Gradwall there. So a ball and a strike. Now to Gradwall, as that is down and in the dirt. Ball 2. Does not go around there. Ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Outside ball 4. And so Josh Gradwall walks, and another run comes in to score for the Enforcers. It's now 3-0 here in the second. Jake Olive Oil Oliver to the plate. Ball 1 here to Olive Oil. One and 1. And that's inside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Fouled off from Olive Oil. 2-2. I guess you could say that pitch slipped out of Clugston's hand. Full count. Just nearly fouls that one off. Full count. Swing and a miss. Down goes Olive Oil. Oh, 61, so never mind. Count remains full here at 3-2. That wasn't even close. Ball 4. Another run for the Enforcers. Now 4-0 here in the bottom of the second inning.
Should change their name to the Eastern Olives.
The Eastern Olives. Now we got the Winkster coming up to the plate. Chase Winkler.
Did somebody ring the Winkster?
The Winkster. Chase Winky Winkler. Are we just going to try to come up with nicknames for everybody tonight? That'd be kind of fun.
Could be fun, yeah.
I'll ball 1 there to the Winkster. And there's ball 2. 2-0.
Not
Wow.
many pitches better than that one.
That was a nice riser. And that's fouled off down the first base side. Count is even here to Winkler. 2-2.
Chase had a bloop single off the right field wall. I mean, is it a bloop single if it's off the wall? But it felt like a bloop.
No. I'd say it was a softly hit single. But counts all the same. That's fouled off. My cushion fell off. And Winkler works another walk, so that'll bring in another run for the Enforcers. Now 5-0. And Evan Clugston just continues to struggle locating his pitches.
Yeah, just a couple more runs here before we reach the limit.
Toss me up to 4. Popped up into the air. Alex Ballard underneath it, he can't make the grab. And so Chase Winkler is tagged out, but a run will come in to score for the Enforcers. It's now 6-0. So the Cyclones that get an out, their first out of the inning. And runners at the corners now for Josh Gradwell.
That's the first score check. All right, where am I? Number 27. Oh, good bat. Good hat. What is that? Oh, back of hammy. Woo! That ball 4? Yeah, that's ball 4. Yeah, I fucking hate walking. Go team. Oh, we got Brock! Here he's got a snack in the Chad vest on. We're not streaming? That's not 6, right? What? No, you have one more. One more? No. No, wait. I thought it was 1-0 coming into this. No, it's 7. Yeah, that was your 7th run. Oh, that wasn't. That was our 6th run. It was 1-0 coming into this. Yeah, no, 6. So we're good, right? You guys have one more run. Yeah. I can hit, right? Yeah. I'm gonna get out.
Jake Oliver up to the plate with the bases loaded. He swings and misses. Strike 1, on 1 the count. And just inside there for a ball, 1-1. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. The Enforcers have put up 5 runs here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. 1 more run. They would reach the mercy limit that they can score here in the 2nd, which would be 6. Unless Jake Oliver hits a home run here, they could score more runs, but if he walks, that'll end it. 3 balls, 1 strike to Oliver. Fouls that one off. Full count now to Oliver. Bases loaded, 2 away. Pitch from Clugston. And that one's fouled off as well, so a full count will remain. High, and so Jake Oliver works a walk, and that'll bring in the 6th run of the bottom of the 2nd. The Enforcers, they lead it 7-0. We reach the mercy limit here in the bottom of the 2nd. We go to the top of the 3rd. Enforcers up 7-0.
Yeah, that might have been. I don't care. Brock, you ready? Game 3? Game 3? No. Yeah? What kind of shades are those? Those are the, Joe? The dad that wears New Balance. Your mama's shades? You look completely different. You just got double someone stole your jersey. Are you really hating on these two? No, I think it was cool. That's what I was wondering. You're hating on me? No. That's how we play. I would hate them because they're so reflective. You have to look at yourself. You would want them? I would hate them if I were you because then I'd have to look at myself because they're reflective. Get it?
Ground ball down the first base side, and that drops in there fair. Evan Clugston, the leadoff single here in the top of the third inning. Alex Ballard steps up to the plate. Ballard looks at strike one, hits the zone, and looks at strike two, and Alex Ballard has just been getting the worst of it from Josh Gradwell here tonight. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts so far here in game one. Ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I know Josh is looking to give him the sombrero here.
Yeah, and Ballard desperately trying to avoid it. Ground ball gets past Gradwell. He can't field it cleanly, and so Ballard finally gets the best of Gradwell and gives himself a single. Runners on first and second. Zane Phillips up to the dish. Runners on first and second. Cyclones down 7 runs.
That was a hefty swing from Zane Phillips.
Another big one there. 0-2. Swing and a miss, and Zane Phillips strikes out on 3 pitches for out number 1 here in the top of the third. Evan Clugston step back up to the plate. Cyclones now down to their final 2 outs, down 7 runs.
What? Flipping twice within a minute just sucks.
Yeah, I know.
First pitch here to Clugston is inside for a ball. 1-0. High and outside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Big hack there for Clugston for strike 1. It's 2-1. Goes around. Count is even here at 2-2. Runners on first and second, 1 away. Just misses the inside top part of the zone. Full count. Hits the zone. Oh, and it's a speed check by 1 mile per hour. Too fast, 61 miles an hour.
One last lifeline, you know.
As a hitter, it's the best feeling.
Yeah.
Yes!
Saving grace as a hitter.
Yeah. Get another opportunity. So 61 miles per hour. The count stays full here at 3-2. Cyclones down 7 runs, trying to string something together here in the final inning of game 1. Gradwell throws that outside for ball 4, and the bases are now loaded for who other than Alex Ballard.
He got on base last time.
He did get on base. He is 0 for 4 here this evening, 3 strikeouts, and reached on an error.
Gosh, MVP candidate. Oh, this guy. Shit. That's all I'm saying. It's my doing.
Alex Ballard looks at ball 1. 1-0. Big hack there for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hits the zone for strike 2. 1-2. 1-2 on the way to Ballard is high there for a ball. 2-2. Ripped up the middle right at Galgano, and Clugston is caught in no man's land out there at second. The Enforcers tag second, and they double him off to win game number 1. Final score of 7-0. So an absolutely dominant offensive performance from the Enforcers here in game 1. They win it 7-0. And we'll be getting game number 2 started here very shortly.
I'm not high-fiving that dirty-ass hand. Golly. What?
Up there than you do down here, huh? Can you hit a dinger from up there?
No, you Jack.
No. Doing it. Everything's going over your head today? Everything's going over your head. It's not me.
Dude, I was doing that all day. And no, and if you don't really have, one step back.
Why? I'm serious. Salad?
I'll actually let you warm up, sorry.
You got a comment for that one?
Yeah.
And we are here between games 1 and 2 this evening. We're going to send it down to Robert, who's got Josh Gradwell of the Eastern Enforcers.
Talk about that dominant pitching performance, Josh.
Yeah, so that was one of those, for my Gull fans out there, that's like when you have a bad range session right before a round, you kind of know you're going to play good. Couldn't hit the strike zone in the pregame and just dialed in during the game. Not sure why, not sure how. We're just going to let it ride.
What were some key pitches in that game for you?
You know, the slider was working a lot, getting me up early. Then the sinker to bring me home, I was able to hit the top of the zone, which is darn near impossible to get a hit off of.
Yeah, good start there. So what do you expect for game 2?
So to not give away too much strategy, they only got 3 hitters, so they're seeing us a lot. We're gonna throw Jake on the mound and mix it up, and then if he does solid, we might throw him out for game 3, but anything's open for game 3.
All right, good luck out there.
Thanks, bud.
Back to the booth.
Thank you, Robert, and great to hear there from Josh Gradwell. An absolutely dominant pitching performance there in game 1, giving up 0 runs in 3 innings as the Enforcers route themselves to a game 1 win. They win that game, final score of 7-0. We're going to get game number 2 started here shortly. It looks like Alex Ballard will likely be on the bump here in game 2. Evan Cluxton going to take game 2 off and likely throw game 3. So Ballard will get some practice throws in before we start this game number 2, and we will be back with you all shortly.
Tony, hey, hear me out. New rule. Once are legal, right? But if you don't get past the line, it's an automatic out.
You had me at bottom. Out in,
no, that's risk reward.
Mike?
Summit Racing.
AWAWiffle.com.
Pass.
Costco.com. I don't even know. YouTube.
Last website I visited, YouTube.com.
AWA.com.
Maybe the Athletic.
YouTube. Pass.
Same spot. 1, 2, or 9. What's up? Yeah, me. You got me, Josh. I'm pitching. Yeah, I told him. I didn't know if you were doing it. Sorry.
Hey, Adam, you're like parental vision.
Oh, you're back.
Just stand right here.
What's the sign?
And we're getting game number 2 underway. Alex Ballard on the bump. Jake Oliver up at the plate. Ball 1. And immediately throws ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes here at Olive Oil.
Hopefully we can see some aggression out of these hitters
Hits him
here.
for ball 3. I don't think I cannot not call him Jake.
I know.
Olive Oil Oliver.
I think he really made a mistake telling us that.
That is wild. I had zero clue. That's ripped out to left. It's going to stay in the park. It one-hops the fence. Oliver rounding first, heading for second. Nobody's at third after the overthrow from Phillips, so Oliver gets all the way to third on what will likely be ruled a double with a throwing error. So what a start here for Jake Oliver and the Enforcers to start game 2 after coming off of a dominant game 1 performance, winning 7-0. Chase Winkler to the plate. Popped up into the air. Evan Cluxton coming on, and it hits the roof over there above where our fans normally sit on the first base side. Oh, we have just not been in sync right now. Two and one here to Winky.
Give me a second out of that one. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Quit fucking laughing up there. Sorry, man. That was hilarious. Stop laughing. You're crying up there. What's that time? Was it 3-2, right? You're laughing. We're locked in there. Remember your back.
Popped up into the air. Evan Cluxton underneath it, and he makes a catch. Oliver fakes like he's going home, but he'll hold up over there at third. So Winkler pops up for out number one. One away.
Oh, geez, look at this diva.
Who is this dingus? Brock Blayhouse rocking some shades. I don't even know what type of shades those are, but
is that a legal bat?
Yeah, what is on that bat?
A lot of hope for pink bat. Lucky bat.
What's going on there? Anyways, all right, ball one here to Blayhouse. That is ripped down the third base side for a single. He throws his bat up in the air like he just hit a home run, but what? Can I know?
Hey, that was not a wiffle ball, right? Okay. That was fake. Oh, now you're doing a real one. Okay. I was supposed to hit a home run there, but it was just he hit a really hard grounder.
So that was a fake at bat for all you fans out there. So this will be the real at bat for Brock Playhouse. If you're looking to shoot some content, there is that first pitch is in there for a strike.
I love knowing when they're doing that.
What?
I love knowing when they're doing.
No way.
It's the highest pitched squeal I've ever heard.
I know.
0-2. Outside for a ball. 1-2 to Brock Blayhouse.
Someone said it, and then I started saying it after. But okay, field guy.
1-2 the count here.
Coming out of that bathroom.
Rocking some shades on the top of his head. I still don't know what type of shades those are.
Not doing much good on his head there.
No, they're not. I don't really understand why he's even wearing them. It's not even that sunny out.
I know. There's so much natural shade here.
Ground ball ripped over to Zane Phillips at short, and Brock Blayhouse will beat that out for an infield RBI single, and the Enforcers, they strike here
I might
first.
give him an air there just because, you know.
I like that. I like that.
No, it is fine. It's fine. We'll give him a single.
Enforcers strike first, now 1-0 here in game 2. John Galgano to the plate. Alex, have you ever played with ball and Crocs?
I took it at bat in Crocs.
Popped up into the air. Zane Phillips makes a grab for round number 2.
It was my All-Star Game apparel.
I like that. If I were to get a pair of Crocs, what color?
Well, I rock the purple ones, but it's really.
What if I got a yellow pair?
That'd be hard. That'd be hard. It's just, you know, there's so many colors. It's about just what calls to you in the color selection, you know.
Just to represent the pilots a little bit.
Yeah.
61. That's a ball.
Is it a ball?
That's a ball. 61. I hate to be that guy, but they said it first. Maybe 41.
So no pitch. It was too fast, as that is outside for ball 1. 1-0.
I'm gonna swing mad. Oh, there it is.
Fouled off there from Gradwall. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, I feel like I need to get into the Croc game, Alex.
They're comfortable. They're comfy. Big fan.
It's either those or I get a pair of Birkenstocks. I don't know.
I mean, Birkenstocks are probably nice. I've never worn them.
I've heard Birkenstocks are nice. I just don't know how I feel about the style of them. Popped up into the air. And Ballard makes the grab for out number 3. But the Enforcers, they score 1 run here in the top of the first inning. They take an early lead. They lead at 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the first.
Jake Ollie all over him. What up? Good to see you. How you doing? Good. Happy to How's the house, Mark? Yeah. Good, man. I go run by it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. House one? Come by and say what's up sometime. Yeah. That's good, man. I love it. I really do. I'm at the very end of the I'm not married, no, but I have a girlfriend. So, yeah. What? No, so part of my friends just fell down recently, so I got a big flat. And then I got to do some I haven't even gotten my. But honestly, I've been trying to hold off on another project recently because I just lost my play. I'm just trying to get a couple of years under my belt. Yeah, that's fun. Pacing's a good one though. Yeah, no, definitely.
Ball one here to Evan Clugston. Jake Oliver up on the bump. 2-0 count. Hits the zone for a strike. Strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike. And that's high there.
Jesus.
3-1 to Clugston. Nobody on, nobody out. Forcers lead at 1-0. And that's low for ball 4. So Evan Clugston works a walk. Here in the bottom of the first inning. Alex Ballard stepping up to the plate. Cyclones trying to get something going here offensively in this game. Number 2 didn't score any runs in the first game. And that'll all start here with Ballard and Phillips, who have been the hottest hitters so far for the Cyclones in the early going of things here in the 2024 season. That's fouled off. You know, I've just kind of realized, can I really be calling it the early going anymore? We're in, what, series number 4 for a lot of these teams, and so we're really in the heart of the season now.
Hey, it's never too late to say it's early, you know?
Well, I don't know if that makes sense, but...
Doesn't have to make sense.
Ballard works a walk, and there's now runners on first and second. Zane Phillips up to the plate. Got any predictions for this at bat?
Dinger.
Dinger?
Dinger.
Okay. All right. Ball 1. All right. 1-0. So Alex Harden is calling a dinger here for Zane Phillips in this at bat. Phillips a big hack there.
That was a dinger swing.
Strike 1, 1-1. Just inside. Let's go a step further. Is he hitting out to left, right, or center?
Left.
Okay.
It's a pull hitter.
He's hitting it to club 65 or over it?
Yeah. I think just to the right of it. Just to the right of that tree that Trevor May is hanging from.
Okay. 3-1. Here to Phillips. Big swing and a miss. Strike 2, full count. So he's hitting it to the right of the target sign.
Yeah, right over the homestand sign, deepest part of the park.
Okay. All right. Pitcher to Zane Phillips. Swing and a miss, and down goes Zane Phillips for out number 1.
Can't all be Mike Blowers.
Yeah, that was wild.
That was. You know, if you keep guessing every time, though, eventually you're gonna get it right.
That's true. Should we just do that here tonight?
Yeah,
just allow
I think we should.
To guess every single. No, we're not gonna do that. I sometimes I go back and I watch that commentary. Matt Tuiasosopo.
Yeah.
What a last name.
It's a legend here. Tuiasosopos. I think they're from. I don't know.
Yeah, well, a lot of them played at UW.
Yeah.
61 miles per hour, too fast on the gun. Count will remain ball and no strikes here to Clugston. Curveball is inside, ball 2. 2-0. Slider is in there for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Clugston. And that connects for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Clugston. 2-2 on the way. Cyclones have not led once in this series so far as Clugston, a swing and a miss, strikes out for out number 2. 2 away, Alex Ballard to the plate.
Are you guys noticing if the batter's eye helps?
As the Cyclones have yet to score a run in this series.
Hey, Alex, does the batter's eye help?
The what?
The batter's eye?
Dude, no. I don't even feel like it's the line of the pitch at all.
Well, you're a lefty, so.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, it looks really cool. It looks really professional.
First pitch is inside.
Shouldn't have talked shit about the eye.
One to 0 here to Ballard. That's high. Ball
What
2.
is Brock doing out there?
I don't know, man. He's a character, that's for sure.
It's like Manny Ramirez.
You know, speaking of Manny Ramirez, you know one of the best video games ever played? MVP Baseball 2005.
Oh,
Manny Ramirez on the cover.
Yeah.
That game was lit. Like, if somebody came up to me tonight and said, "Hey, Mark, you want to play MVP Baseball 2005?" You know what I'd tell them?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, I would play. I'd be down. Bases are loaded. And the bottom of the first 2 away, Zane Phillips up to the plate. And hey, Alex, maybe your prediction will hold true for this at bat. Swing and a miss.
That'd be pretty cool.
It would be pretty cool. Fouled off there by Zane Phillips, and count is now 0-2. Cyclones still looking for that first run of the series. The 0-2. Gets Phillips to go around for strike 3. No run score for the Cyclones here in the bottom of the first inning. The Enforcers lead at 1-0 as we go to the top of the second.
We good? Yeah. Not yet. Oh. Just hanging around. I think it takes an awfully long time for it to pop up. Are we good? Yeah, we're ready. Oh, speaking of the devil, there you go. Oh, really? Yeah. God, I'm just fighting him. Jack, you want a butt?
Jake Oliver up to the plate for the Enforcers.
Wait, what are we doing? There we go.
And Jake Oliver is bunting? What is that? For a single?
We don't like that here.
That is messed up. We'll see what Jason Morehouse does here, but it better, if it's anything other than tossing him out of the game, it's the wrong call.
I think he should be done for the year.
Bunting is not allowed in this league. What is going on? So we'll wait for the call from Morehouse, and it doesn't look like he's going to throw him out of the game. I don't know what's going on.
That's ridiculous.
This is insane.
That was a base hit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's not a hit. You know how hard
bunting is not allowed in this league.
Squares here. We swing the bat.
Why did you throw him out? How bad did we do it? Just he bunted. It was a good one. That was what he was supposed to do. It was a good one. Bro, it's my son. You put the bunt and then you were supposed to toss it out of the game. That was a perfect bunt. That's all I'm going to say. That was you couldn't have done that. Hey, I didn't play college baseball for nothing, baby. What are you doing? Come on. All right. 0-0. Here we go.
That was another at bat for content. The swinging bunt as Ballard gets the out on Oliver. So Jason Morehouse, the call on the field was safe, but we'll take a quick look at it, and yes, we're confirming that he is out at first based off the replay. So we're gonna overcall that. We're gonna overturn the call that Morehouse out on the field is safe. He is out for out number 1. Ground ball over to Zane Phillips, throws on over to Evan Clugston at first. Clugston could not handle the throw from Phillips, and so Winkler gets on for the Enforcers. It's a pretty good throw from Phillips. Unfortunately, Winkler could not hold on. And now Brock Blehouse is coming in from the outfield. I don't even know where he was out there.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
He wasn't even in Club 65.
He's got to get his head in the game.
What is going on here? You're just hanging out behind the fence, just chilling?
I guess so. Forces are a pretty undisciplined team.
I don't know if I'd say the whole team. I'd probably say just Brock, but ripped out to center, and that's going to get out of here. A 2-run home run out to center for Brock Blehouse. And the Enforcers, they increased their lead here by 2 runs. We are now 3-0 in the top of the second. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, impeccable timing, really.
I don't even know what he was doing out there in the outfield. He just steps up and hits a home run. There we go. Brock Blehouse. The 2-run bomb. It's now 3-0 Enforcers as this difficult series for the Cyclones continues. John Galgano to the plate. Ground ball down the first base side. Evan Clugston fields it cleanly and tags out Galgano for round number 2. Galgano tagged out. Josh Gradwell now coming up to the plate. So Gradwell will hit here with nobody on, 2 away. Trying to add on to this nice 3-run lead the Enforcers have top of the second inning.
So weird. Yeah, well, yeah. I like it better than you.
And Gradwell chases that high pitch. Strike 1. Ball and a strike.
No more dialogue. I'm angry. Yeah.
And that's outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
I love the high pitches.
That's ball 3.
Ever since I was 8.
3-1 to Gradwell. Yeah, this has been an uncharacteristic series so far for the Cyclones. They have not put a run up on the board
yeah,
thus far.
Sloppy on the mound too. It's just kind of, yeah, all around bad day.
Yeah, it's been unfortunate. They were expecting to have Salute Fatty, their fourth player, here tonight, but has not made it to the field yet, and so they've been having to play with 3 men, and it has not played into their favor.
And they're still not out of this one. I mean, it's only 3-0.
No way. Yeah. Oh, wait. I can't count, Mark. I'm bunting. It's all good, brother. I'm bunting.
Ball 4 there to Gradwall. He works a walk. Runner on first for Jake Oliver. First pitch is in there for strike 1. And that's inside and low for a ball. So 1-1 here to Oliver.
Oh, no!
That hit the phone. Wow. TikTok just had a ball hit them. That was wild.
Unfortunate.
Jeez.
62. Was it really?
And that was 62 miles per hour, so a no pitch. It's still 1-1.
I'm not feeling it now, Mr. Brad. I'm not feeling it now, Mr. Brad.
Runners on first and second here for Winkler. Ball 1. 1-0 that count. Hits the zone for a strike. It's now 1-1. And Winkler swings at the outside pitch for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runners on first and second for the Enforcers have a nice 3-run lead here in the top of the second inning, but would love to add on. And Ballard throws that over the head of Winkler. Ball 2. Winkler fouls that one off. 2 balls and 2 strikes now the count. Ground ball over to Zane Phillips at third. He tags out Josh Gradwall for the final out of the inning. But the Enforcers add on a couple of runs. They lead it 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the second inning.
That backward would be broken.
Evan looks at ball 1. That one nicks the zone for strike 1. Eastern Forces have been in control all series so far as Evan looks at a nasty curveball at the top rail of the zone. Quick 1 and 2 count. It goes around there for strike 3. bring up Alex Ballard.
This is the nub one. You want to keep it? I've been throwing fastballs.
Alex has 2 walks so far here in game 2. Looks at that pitch high for ball 1. High again for ball 2. Ball 3.
Yeah, Jake's going to really need to give Alex a pitch here if he wants to try to keep the base paths clear, so we'll see what he does.
Fights that one. Oh, jeez. Okay.
I'm really happy Oliver didn't try to continue to catch that ball. He might have gotten injured and hit something over there in foul territory.
You know, he goes 100 miles an hour every single play.
That would not have been fun.
It's 3-1.
3-1 is a count here. Right. Oh, apparently that one was 65 miles an hour.
And Oliver was just absolutely surprised that was 65. Yeah. He was looking at the speed gun. He's like, really? I just threw that 65?
That did not look like 65.
I have to agree. I didn't think it looked 65 either. We'll see what he comes back with here in a 3-1 count.
Outside for ball 4.
Yeah, and you know, that's a great little at-bat there from Alex Ballard. Yeah, great eye, able to work a walk, and now he, you know, gives his team an opportunity early here in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
Yeah, it'll put the tying run in the on deck circle. Bring up Zane Phillips. He has 2 strikeouts this game so far. Here in game 2, I should say, 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, and I don't anticipate that continuing to happen for Phillips. He's definitely one of the more elite hitters in the league, and we just haven't really seen a whole lot out of him tonight at the plate, so hopefully we'll see that turn around. The Cyclones still looking for that first run of the entire series. They were shut out in game 1, final score 7-0, and now they're getting shut out here in game 2.
Yeah, just nothing really clicking for them so far tonight. Haven't really been able to move runners up, striking out too much. Sounds a lot like the Mariners.
Hey, well, we're got 2 wins in New York, so take that.
Why not 3?
Going for the series win tomorrow. Say what you want about the Mariners.
Zane looks at ball 4.
Runners on 1st and 2nd. Evan Clugston up to the plate.
For some reason, Josh Gradwell's music is going.
What is going on? It's a bop, though. 1-1. The count. Cyclones looking to be in business here. Runners on 1st and 2nd. Nobody out. Ground ball, foul. 1-2.
You smell coffee?
I don't know if that's coffee.
Brock, what? We drinking coffee? No, smoothie. Kind of smoothie.
Ripped over to Galgano at short. He does not have a play, and so Evan Clugston rips a single. And the bases are now loaded for the Cyclones here in the bottom of the second inning. Still nobody out.
There's one out.
Still one out.
What's going on?
And now Alex Ballard will step up to the plate. A couple of RBI opportunities. First pitch is low and outside. Second pitch is high. 2 balls, no strikes. Fouled off. 2-1 here to Ballard. Bases are loaded. Cyclones looking for that first run of the series. Ballard takes a strike there. Evens the count at 2-2. If you would have told me going into this game tonight that the Cyclones weren't going to score a run until the second inning or potentially even third inning of the second game, I would have thought, hey, that does not sound like them at all.
I would have called you insane.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. Alex Ballard down on strikes for out number 2.
It's a big strikeout there for Jake Oliver. Able to get another out without letting them put the ball in play.
Yeah. Now that when you say it that way, it really does remind me of the Mariners.
Yeah.
That's our specialty. Bases loaded, no outs. Watch us get no runs in.
How are we going to screw it up this time?
Zane Phillips to the plate. Looks at a ball. Phillips 0 for 2 here in this game number 2. Couple of strikeouts and a walk. So that's low for ball 2. 2-0. Outside, ball 3. 3-0 now to Phillips. Ripped out to right center field. It's got a chance, and it goes over the wall for a grand slam. The Cyclones now take the lead here in the bottom of the second inning. It's 4-3. And that is the Cyclones' first runs of the series. First 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they lead it.
Yeah, that was a big time swing from Zane there. I predicted he would hit a home run earlier in the game. I was a little off on just about every part of that prediction on when and where it would be hit, but
hey, you
I still called it. He would hit a home run.
That counts for something.
It counts for something. The Cyclones, their first lead of the series. And all of a sudden, the Enforcers find themselves playing behind.
It's got to feel good. And this is a position that we haven't seen the Enforcers in at all in this series. 1-1. Looking to reload Jake Oliver on balls. Forcers just trying to get this final out and head into the third and get another run back. 1-2. Hits the zone, strike 3. Evan Clugston strikes out for the final out. But the Cyclones add on 4 runs and take the lead here in the bottom of the second inning. Zane Phillips with the grand slam puts them on top. Cyclones lead at 4-3 as we go to the final inning here in game 2.
Surely there's Brock. Okay, what's the score? 4-3. That's what I thought. Oh, cool. Yeah, Brock hit a ball. Yeah, my bad. I wanted to make a play on that. I was just so late. Oh.
don't strike out.
Oh, Mark Cuban. Mark. What are other good Marks? Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, Marky Mark.
Mark. There's one that's definitely not in that list of good Marks.
Polk. Mark. You just named a lot of good Marks.
Kind of all the Marks I know.
Yeah. 24/7.
What was your name again? What was your name?
Dude, your name sounds like Block.
Are we on?
Are we ready? Yeah, we're ready to go.
Yeah, Mark's just busy trying to make fun of me.
Now up to the plate is Brock Blayhouse. Swing and a miss.
Kind of a blockhead swing there.
Nice. That is the most atrocious scream I have ever heard.
Hey, don't strike out. Don't strike out.
0-2, the K coming. Holds off for a ball. 1-2. 1-2. Brock Blayhouse historically has been the worst two-strike hitter in the league, so we most likely know what's coming here. 2-2 on the way, and Brock Blayhouse continues to prove that history remains true and strikes out for out number 1.
Not an all a biased call there. Attaboy, Mark.
Hey, earlier in the year, he was trying to mess me up when he was announcing for me. John Galgano up to the plate now. Big swing and a miss for strike 1. Ground ball down the first base side. That's fair, and it rolls right to Evan Clugston.
Tough luck there.
Goes right at first and steps on the bag for out number 2. 2 away.
If you drive hammered, you'll get nailed. This is Bob's DUI law firm. I've been a police officer for 16 years. Yeah, and the best way to not get caught driving drunk is don't drive drunk.
Ball 1 here to Gradwall.
Oh, that didn't.
Goes around for a strike. 1-1. Forcers down to their last out. Crazy turn of events after the Enforcers have been leading all game long.
Yeah, everything was turning up green tonight, but one swing of the bat. Cyclones are back on top.
Oh, I get it. Turning up green because they're at the green. That makes sense.
Yeah, money. Enforcers are green.
I didn't understand what you were saying there at first, but now I get it. That's funny. I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
That was a good one.
I was hoping you'd get that one.
Good call. And I
Hopefully
got
the
it.
viewers
now.
at home got that one.
Yeah. Took me a second. Jake Oliver up to the plate. Represents the go-ahead run. It's pretty great, you know, in between or during game 1 we found out that Jake Oliver's nickname is Olive Oil. But Olive Oil wasn't able to get it done there. Pops up and out for the final out. And the Cyclones, they hold on and they win game 2. Final score of 4-3. We're going to get game number 3 started here shortly. We're all tied up in the series. Enforcers with the game and the Cyclones with the game. Going into the rubber match here in game 3. We'll be back in a moment.
Good to see you. Yeah. How's it going? Good job, boys. Thank you. Always a pleasure. Yeah, absolutely. Always having a blast. There we go.
And we are here between games 2 and 3. We are all tied up 1-1 in the series. We're going to head into the rubber match at game number 3 here shortly. But before we do so, we're going to send it down to Robert, who's got Brock Playhouse of the Eastern Enforcers.
I hate you, Mark.
Tell me about the shades and the yelling.
Yelling? Got a little bit of an anger management problem I'm trying to solve. I'm going to classes right now. Mark is one of my triggers, though.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. See, is Mark whispering things into your ear right now?
Keep going. I was like, shut up, Mark! There we go. What is the history between the rivalry of you and Mark?
Well, it started when Mark was born into a little shitty little baby.
Damn. What are you expecting game 3?
I am expecting to prove Mark wrong and send Mark home with a frown on his face.
Okay.
One last thing.
Yes.
I hate you, Mark.
Mark, what's your response to that up in the booth?
Brock,
thanks.
I just want to let you know, if you can hear me right now, you are the worst person of all time. And having to announce for you, I just absolutely hate doing it. And I wish nothing but the worst for you every time you come up to the plate. But anyways, we're in between games 2 and 3. We'll be getting game number 3 started here shortly. We'll be back.
Brock, what did you say? I couldn't hear it. He goes, when did the rivalry between you and Mark start? He goes, it started when Mark was born. I didn't hear what else you said, but yeah. What do you like?
Me. Brock Playhouse.
Evan.
Yeah.
Evan
Fudston.
Best wiffle ball player at the AWA today. Got to go Dominic DeMiro.
I'm going DJ.
Jake Oliver.
Trey Clarkson.
I'll go Schofield.
I'm gonna have to go Chance Justice.
Evan.
Me.
I go with old Cluxton.
Chance Justice.
I gotta go Drew Gradwell.
Jake Oliver.
Me. Gotta go Keenan McKay.
Grant Newman. Yeah, we'll go.
God damn it.
Say Grant Newman.
Aaron Schofield.
Had a down year last year, so. Oh, Brock.
Yeah.
No. It was Sherwood that was really good. Really? Sherwood. So they were stacked. Like when I was freshman, and you also freshman, they were already stacked. Benny
he like finished top 3, but he had a fucking prosthetic leg.
Well, the kid that won state my year, he played switch grip like this.
No.
And he won state. He shot like 4 or 5 under, yeah, over 2 days. I missed it.
Where was state at?
Liberty Lake out in Spokane.
We played at Canyon Lakes in Tri-City.
I missed the cut for day 2 by 1 stroke. It was, I think, 78 for day 2, and I had 79.
Damn.
And it was all because I choked on 1 hole. And it was hole 2, hour and a half away from play.
That's what I hated most about high school golf is you finish a hole and wait 25 minutes for your
It was because of how they scheduled it. Like, so the first tee time was at like 7:30 because it was June, and then, or I think it might have been 7, and then it just kept getting like every 10 minutes they tee off, and people were.
Are you playing fours or twos?
It was fours.
Okay.
It was it was.
Yeah, and everyone's really like paying attention, taking their time.
It wasn't even that. Like people just finished the first hole so fast because like everyone was swinging.
I got a cramp right here when I was benching in high school. I didn't know how to unlock it. I said, just grab my arm and pull it, please. Something. Anything.
Or football game, 2 packets of mustard.
What did I do? Yeah. If you cramp during the game, Sandy, our athletic trainer, come up and just hand you mustard. And you're like, oh, God.
What the hell is going on around here?
Is there really no more balls? Like, where did they go? I think we've had 2 home runs in 2 games. Yeah. Where did these all? I want to make sure that's no, we're ready to go. I don't know where we're waiting for. It's almost done. Yeah. Hey, we're good. Yeah, that hurt. That's PCP. You guys are getting big. Oh, geez. Play ball. That's delicious.
Play ball.
Oh, my God.
Get this done.
You guys want to go to B-Dubs or what? Yeah. I'm not 21. I heard they have all-you-can-eat wings and fries for $20.
You don't have to be 21 to go to Buffalo Wild Wings?
Taking lines back behind the batter's box. Maybe you'll actually see something now. Oh wait, this is for you.
No, it's not for you. You had
the scarf? I never wear it.
Yeah, you gotta wear it.
I don't say anything good. I just swear half the time. That's because of how I play. Are we good?
Yeah, we're gonna rough it up. Okay. Here it comes. Oh my God, what are we doing? We're talking about golf.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I could have kept the hands on.
Game 3 is underway. Count here to Evan Clugston is 2 balls and no strikes. Josh Gradwell on the bump for game 3. That's ripped out to left center. It stays in the park. Galgano makes the grab for out number 1.
You know, if Jonathan, or John Galgano, excuse me, dropped that ball, Evan wasn't running. They probably could have thrown him out at first.
Oh, yeah, good point. They probably could have.
Evan thought he got a dinger there.
Alex Ballard up to the plate. Looks at a ball outside. 1-0. Popped up into the air. Jake Oliver underneath it, and he makes the catch for out number 2. 2 away.
2 quick outs for Josh Gradwell. He's looking good so far.
Zane Phillips to the plate.
Somebody throw it in. Pop out the first.
Hits the zone for a strike. 0-1. That's outside. That pitch is low, so 2-1 here to Phillips. Nobody on, 2 away. It's fouled off down the first base side. Hits the roof of the house. Strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. High and outside, full count. Outside ball 4, Zane Phillips works a walk. Cyclones get a runner on.
I don't even want the home run. I just want the 100 bones. I want to find out if that's true or not. Yeah.
Evan Clugston back up to the plate. Strike one is in there. Does not go around. Ball one. 1-1 here to Clugston. And that's inside. 2 balls, 1 strike to Clugston. Fouled off. Two on the way. And Clugston fouls that one off.
I got you. I heard it. I don't want to get into that. No, I was vouching for you. I don't want to get into that I don't like situation. I didn't foul that off. Oh, really? I caught it. You're out.
2-2. Ripped over the head of Jake Oliver. It takes a couple of hops to the fence, and Evan Clugston is in there with a single. Runners on first and second.
Hey,
Alex Ballard stepping up to the plate.
There we go.
Ballard 0 for 1 here in this game with a fly out.
I think we're doing some bullshit here.
Cyclones trying to win this series. And that's a bunt. What is going on? That ain't right. That ain't right. I don't know what's going on. There are no bunts allowed in this league.
That was stupid.
We'll see what Jason Morehouse does here, but I don't know if that's going to fly in this league. Definitely should not fly. Oh, and there it is. He gets called out, and Ballard is letting Morehouse have it. Oh, wow, and Morehouse is bumping him back. He said, what's going on? As Alex Ballard is thrown out of this game for trying to bunt, and Morehouse then throws his hat.
Jason's not taking it from anybody tonight.
Wow. Umpire Jason Morehouse has tossed Alex Ballard out of the game, and Ballard throws his hat at him and then throws his bat against the tree. Unbelievable scene here at AWA Field.
It was quite the performance there. Alex got his money's worth for sure.
And Ballard's well aware you cannot bunt in this league. I am surprised that he tried that.
Yeah, I don't know if he thought he could fool him or what, but pretty dumb.
All right, and this is the real at-bat, as you all know. Other one was just for content, so 1-0 here to Alex Ballard. 2-0. Low for another ball. 3 balls, no strikes here to Ballard. And that pitch is inside. Ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Ballard, and the bases are now loaded. Here in the top of the first inning. Still 2 outs.
Greg Moore? Oh, wait, is Greg still with that? Is that somebody playing him? Oh, no. Some random. Yeah, I thought it was more. I was tripping for a second. I was thinking, wait, I'll throw that gun thrown out. What's the gun thrower go for? You got a hit or the speed out? Okay.
Last time Zane Phillips was up, he hit the game-winning grand slam.
Yeah, that was pretty neat.
I hit the tree.
Hit the tree. That'll be a foul ball. Zane Phillips looking at a 1-on-1 count. That pitch is high. 2-1. Ground ball right back to Josh Gradwell on the mound. He throws home, and it's in time to get the out on Evan Clugston for out number 3. No run score for the Cyclones here in the top of the first inning. We remain tied 0-0. Go to the bottom of the first.
Oh, dude, it's so hard to pull your arm down and then start going.
Game on!
Did 4, right? Legal? Under? Live. Can I get a chest mounted? Live? Really? Where'd that one go? Oh, didn't like building on the freeway. Yeah. Hey,
Right, Mike. He's an absolute beast for us.
Oh,
yeah.
literally, for 3 years, he tried to pull one of these cats of Vegas. This guy is the most consistent game. Take your time, take your time. Thank you. I was yeah, everybody's just kind of like, so like, oh, he's just like the catcher or whatever. No, he's just not an offensive catcher.
And we are here in the bottom of the first inning, and this is interesting. Zane Phillips is on the mound for the Cyclones. Evan Cluxton does still have a game of eligibility, but the Cyclones electing to go with Zane Phillips here in this rubber match.
Yeah, well, we saw in the first game Evan was a little shaky up there. Couldn't quite find the zone. Maybe he's just not feeling it tonight. Maybe that arm's not feeling too good. Could be a variety of reasons we don't know yet.
Very rarely do you see Evan Cluxton not start in a second ball game, 3-game series. So we'll have to keep monitoring this and see if maybe he comes in later in this game. As Jake Oliver works a walk. So just like that, the enforcers get a runner on. Now up to the plate is Chase Winkler. Low and outside, Chase Winkler. Ball 1. Swung on and missed there for a strike. 1-1 to Winkler. It's a pretty cool matchup here between Winkler and Zane Phillips, two very good friends.
Oh, yeah.
And they squat up on Warzone a lot. I hear about it.
Wonder what their dub rate is.
2-1. I don't know. Let's ask him. Hey, Chase, Zane.
What's your guys' dub rate on Warzone? Fuck, we got like 200 plus? Dude, I think we literally have like 13 and like 600 games. Oh, okay, those are two very different answers. Well, we talking Rebirth or Warzone? Is there a difference? One's like a really small map. Rebirth and respawn, right? What? Rebirth and respawn. Yeah, even if you die, you respawn. That's when we play. But we still get shit on.
So, the answer to that question is not very good, but they have fun playing.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Oh, so supposedly, Zane's dad, he's also in their Warzone squad.
Oh.
Supposedly, he's the best player out of them all.
That's cool.
That's nice. So shout out to Mr. Phillips.
Yeah.
Runners on first and second. Brock Playhouse pops that one up to no surprise, and he is out. What is he doing?
I think he's got the YouTube live or something.
Does he really have a YouTube live over there?
I think so.
For him.
Like the AWA one.
Oh.
Not like his.
Oh.
This is my friend Brandon. Hello, Brandon.
John Galgano looks at ball one.
It's not bad.
This is also another bop of a song.
It is. It's a great song.
I think we should just keep the walk-up songs coming. 1-1 is the count to Galgano. That's high.
Great lead. Gibbs wanted that.
2 balls, 1 strike. Runners on first and second. Eastern Enforcers trying to get this series win as Galgano goes around there for strike 2.
So you guys are a sports podcast. Yep. Beautiful. NFL pod. NFL pod. Okay.
2-2.
Thoughts on the Seahawks this year? 16. Yeah. I said if we get 8, I'm stoked. Okay. I don't like the name.
2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Galgano, and he goes around for strike 3. So Zane Phillips strikes out Galgano for out number 1. 1 away.
I told you guys I can't count.
Now Josh Gradwell will step up to the plate. Ball 1 to Josh Gradwell. 1-0.
It looks like you're throwing it so hard. That step is so aggressive.
That's outside.
Oh my God. Are we down to 3? What? I'm gonna go digging. Can you look behind there and see if there's any? Yeah, that's good. Did we get all of them behind the fence? Definitely not. Well, is there any homers? When you get out here, we'll take you on these games. It's fun.
2-0 to Gradwell.
Oh,
Big swing and a miss there. 2-1.
Some guys push like over 16 miles an hour. Our hard speed limit is 50.
It's outside for ball 3. And Josh Gradwell works a walk. Bases are now loaded for the Enforcers. Back to the top of the order with Jake Oliver.
Just a bat switch.
Oliver on the evening walked in his first plate appearance of the ball game. Still looking for that electric hit out of Oliver. He normally has at least 1 a series. He does have a triple in the series tonight, but
he does, yeah.
It was a triple with nobody on. 1-1. Ripped out to left center field, and it one-hops the fence. Galgano scores, Winkler scores, and Jake Oliver with a 2 RBI double gives the Enforcers a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. Right on cue, we just mentioned Oliver hasn't really had that electric hit just yet in this series, but there it was. A 2 RBI single puts this Enforcer squad up early here in this rubber match, trying to take the series away from the Cyclones.
Yeah, you knew it was just a matter of time before you got a hold of one.
Popped up into the air. Alex Ballard coming on. He makes the grab for out number 3. 2-run score for the Enforcers thanks to a 2 RBI double from Jake Oliver. We go to the top of the second inning. Enforcers lead it 2-0.
Whoa.
I'll come around.
Evan Clugston, Duke University.
Jackson Carr, I'm him.
Zane Phillips, Malley Terrace High School.
Alex Ballard, Kings Elementary.
Jeremy Langstead, Sherwood.
Salou Fati, West Appalachian State, Junior Community College.
Mark, are we good? Yeah. Oh, Cheryl, what's up?
Evan Clugston looks at strike one. 0-1 to him.
What is this noise?
Nobody on, nobody out as Clugston goes around there. Strike two.
He's playing the drum.
I think. Ground ball right to Josh Gradwell. He throws on over to Winkler at first, and it's in time to get Clugston for out number one. And what a job from Chase Winkler. He was holding a beer as he caught that over there at first. What a job.
That was a heck of a play. Didn't spill it.
Unbelievable. Look at that.
A little pirouette, yeah.
Wow. Winkler with the beer grab.
We love the athleticism.
Unbelievable. Hey, that's why he's a professional athlete. Strike one here to Alex Ballard. Fouls that one off. 0-2 to Ballard.
YouTube to TikTok to real life. Who's the world become?
Inception. Alex Ballard looking at an 0-2 count.
Why is it the green teams?
You don't even know your own team name?
It's the green team.
I was going to say, do you really not know what your team name is?
Chad, don't worry about this guy.
What?
What's your name again?
Right back to Josh Gradwell. He throws to first, and the call on the field is safe.
I think he spilled the beer a little bit too.
Yeah, that's a.
Let's watch that replay.
That was a tough play for Winkler over there as he put the beer down. Look at this. Look at this athleticism.
But
he goes to the bag, drops the beer, gets ready for the throw.
So unlucky.
And it's just not in time. He's still able to make the grab. I mean, that's some incredible athleticism.
He's still drinking it out there.
From Chase Winkler with a beer in his hand. That's how you do it. Unbelievable. So Alex Ballard is on. Zane Phillips up to the plate. Looks at a ball.
Brock, are we going to see you out on the mound tonight?
If my team lets me.
Hits his zone for a strike, 1-1.
Metro basket, I disagree with the Aces or the Stingers.
Ripped out to right. It's got a chance. It hits the fence. So Zane Phillips in with a single.
Did any of them say the Wolf Pack?
No, none of them. No.
What about the Pilots?
I don't even have to check the chat. Nah, but Aces or Stingers, green team.
Why do I not believe you?
I'm being honest with you. Alex, what are you doing on this?
Huh?
You scoring?
Yeah. It's probably all wrong, but.
Okay, yeah.
I gave all your base hits and I scored them as errors.
That's funny. I peed in your water bottle while you were.
Does not go around, says Jason Morehouse, the field umpire. Ground ball up the middle. John Galgano coming on, steps on second and gets the out on Phillips for out number 2.
At number 2, brother.
Runners at the corners now for the Cyclones.
Damn, that shit hurt. Yeah, is it showing?
And Alex Ballard back up to the dish.
I promise I wasn't trying to do that. I was actually trying to hit it way back there. Okay, Richmond Bulldogs.
That's not a good start.
That is the answer.
It's all good. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, and the worst.
Yeah. that is true. That is true.
Cyclones looking for that first run of the game. Down 2 runs. Top of the second. Cyclones up until the second inning of game 2 had not scored a run, but it came in a huge fashion. A grand slam from Zane Phillips, and the Cyclones ended up going on to win game 2. Final score of 4-3. So we now find ourselves in a winner takes the series game here in game 3. Forcers up 2. Cyclones trying to cut that lead down. Ballard goes around for strike 3. The Cyclones don't score any runs here in the top of the second inning, and Forcers still lead it 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the second.
Oh, yeah.
Jake Oliver, Seattle Area Pipe Trades.
Joshua Gradwell, Evans Midway High School.
Chase Winkler, Woodmore Elementary.
Jonathan Galgano, Washington State University.
Brock Playhouse, University of America Samoa.
Brock is up. I put so much of that during COVID. I fucking so salty with my knee too. I was like, don't worry, here. Live stream? You work really well. Yeah, me and Carolina did. Buffering. Me and Carolina. Here, I'll just. Oh, I think it's crazy to
Brock Playhouse to the plate.
That's a great eye there, one
Looks at ball 1.
Yeah.
Another swing and a miss.
Can't do it.
Big swing and a miss there, and we know what's coming. The worst 2-strike hitter in the league, Brock Playhouse, facing a 1-2 count.
That's because he just hits donks on the first strike, dude. He's good.
So we'll see.
We're past that point.
We'll see what Brock Playhouse can do here as he fouls that one off.
Hitting the yard, for the love of God,
The 1-2.
There you go.
One, 2, and there it is. The strikeout. The strikeout. Out number 1. One and 0 here to Galgano. That was absolutely destroyed off the bat. It was foul the whole way, but wow.
Exit velo of probably at least 200 miles an hour.
That was hit hard. Galgano swinging a miss there. Ball and 2 strikes the count. And that's low and in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Oh yeah, John.
Pitch is low as well. 3-2 to Galgano. Nobody on, 1 away. That's high. So Galgano gets on. And now Josh Gradwell will step up to the plate.
Hi, babe.
Here in game number 3, Enforcers have a 2-run lead at the bottom of the 2nd inning. Winner of this game would win the series.
Our friend Brandon's on the phone.
Zane Phillips on the mound for the Cyclones, although Evan Clugston still has a game of eligibility in this series, and we're just not seeing him pitch. So
Wait till I get hit.
Oh.
that's a strike. 1 and 2
That is so gross.
to Josh Gradwall.
Hold on. Pin out of the ass for all these players. Can't fly balls anymore. Okay. That's all.
Hey,
nope.
Robert. And that's high to Josh Gradwall. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball is foul. Does not get past the bunt line. So the count will remain 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I got yelled at. 6 years being cracked. Yeah, there's a beer one like there. Take beer. Take beer. Every time I was just doing it, it reminds me of the little thing that you use to raise more beer. What? Live on TikTok. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, I drink that. I drink those duels. Okay, so. But it's not a drink those duels? What's the count? It's like a 40 pitches.
Ball 4 there to Josh Gradwall, and he is on. Runners on 1st and 2nd. Jake Oliver up to the plate. 1 for 1 in this game. A walk and a 2 RBI double.
So we call a productive day at the plate.
Great job, Olive Oil. Inside for ball 1.
Olive tree is a symbol of friendship, you know it?
What's olive oil a symbol for?
Slipperiness. Outside. 3-0 to Oliver. Big swing and a miss from Oliver. Strike 1. 3-1. Fouled off. Count is now full. Runners on 1st and 2nd. 1 away. And that's ball 4. Bases are loaded for Chase Winkler.
It's only 1 out here.
And that out was a Brock Playhouse strikeout. How embarrassing.
Chase, you alright? You don't know what I just smelled over here. Fucking Brock's atomic right now, dude. Yeah, I just felt like I smelled so much shit. God damn it, dude.
Ground ball, fair ball to Zane Phillips. He tags out Galgano for out number 2. So 2 away now in the inning. Bases will remain loaded. Up to the plate is Brock Playhouse. Hey, don't strike out this time.
Yeah. Mark, I don't care about you as a human being anymore.
Jeez.
It's being a little too aggressive. Jason Day on the team.
First pitch here to Brock Playhouse is fouled off. And just like that, he's behind in the count.
Mark, please hold your mouth.
0-1.
Yeah, that's some heat.
heat right there. I'm not swinging it.
Looks at the ball. What? Fouled off, and
That was a
here
pretty
it is.
weak swing there.
Here it is. 2-strike count. 2-strike count. 1-2, and it just nearly misses.
Could we have called that a strike for leaning into the pitch?
We could have. We could have. 2-2. And Playhouse fouls that one off. Again, 2-strike hitter Brock Playhouse trying to stay alive. Does not pull the trigger there. Full count. Three-two. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Brock Playhouse throws his bat. That's the final out here in the bottom of the second. No run score for the Enforcers. They lead it 2-0 as we go to the final inning of Game 3. Popped up into the air. John Galgano lost it in the lights, it looks like, so that'll drop in for a base hit for Zane Phillips. Just like that, the Cyclones bring the tying run to the plate in Evan Clugston. Popped up into the air. Josh Gradwell right underneath it, and he makes the grab for round number 1. So 1 away. Wait, did you?
Mendon, consider it 5-star hotel.
Alex Ballard looks at ball 1.
Oh, yeah!
Ripped out to right. It's a home run, and the Cyclones have just tied this ball game up in the top of the 3rd. It's now 2-2. There it is, home run number 5 on the season for Alex Ballard. Two and 1 the count here to Zane Phillips. Pitches inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Popped up into the air. Jake Oliver underneath it. He makes a catch for round number 2. 2 away. Ripped up the middle. Gets past Galgano, and Evan Clugston is in there with the single. Evan Clugston is on, and Alex Ballard now up to the plate. Looks at strike one. Ballard hitting a 2-run home run in his last at-bat, tying this ball game up in the final inning of the game, giving this Cyclones team some life. Fouls that one into the zone, and so Ballard will remain alive here in this at-bat.
Faintest little nick off the bat.
The deftest touch. I don't want to hit it too hard.
Cyclones looking to take the lead. 2-2 is the score. That's high. 1-2 now the count to Ballard. Swung on and missed. Down goes Alex Ballard for out number 3. But the Cyclones add 2 runs on and they tie it here in the final inning thanks to an Alex Ballard 2-run home run. Go to the bottom of the 3rd, all tied up at 2.
Don with the long. Ideas back. All right.
John Galgano strikes out looking for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. We're all tied up at 2. Cyclones came into the top of the 3rd down 2 runs. Alex Ballard hit a 2-run shot to tie it, so we're all square at 2. Eastern Enforcers looking to try to walk it off, and to no surprise, Evan Clugston is on the mound for the Cyclones. Clugston did not throw in the first 2 innings of this game, but now that it's all tied, he likes to come in and start throwing. Generally, we always see him start at least 2 games in a series. For whatever reason, that was not the case here, and Josh Cradwell just struck out on 3 very difficult pitches right there for round number 2.
Cyclones aren't they're not messing around. They want to take this series. They're starting off pretty flat. Evan looks locked in.
Jake Oliver now up to the plate. Looks at strike 1. 0-1. That hits Johnson for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to Oliver. Nobody on, 2 away. Cyclones trying to force extras here. 1 and 2 the count. Hits the zone, strike 3, and we are going to extras. All tied up at 2-2. We go to the top of the 4th inning here in Game 3. Winner takes the series. Popped up into the air. Josh Gradwell could not get there in time, so it's now 2-1. We're here in extra innings. Top of the 4th inning here in Game 3.
Nothing like extra inning wiffle ball.
Especially in the final game.
Yeah.
There's nothing more that I enjoy.
I know. It's a great time.
3-1.
You know, they say there's nothing like Game 7, but it pales in comparison to extra inning wiffle ball.
Ball 4 there to Zane Phillips, and he gets on. So the Cyclones have the go-ahead run on at first. And now Evan Clugston will step up to the plate. Josh Gradwell on the bump.
You could have thrown that at Mark and he was swinging. Yeah. I could have thrown that at the left field. I was swinging either way. I respect it. I do. I didn't swing.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh. Woo. Whoa.
Quick 2 strikes here to Alex Ballard. 0-2 on the way, and he goes around there for a 3-pitch strikeout. That was tough. Josh Gradwell making Alex Ballard look a little silly there on the strikeout. That'll be out number 2. 2 away for Zane Phillips. Two 2-0. That's fouled off. 2 balls, 1 strike here to Zane Phillips. Runner on first is Alex Ballard. All tied up here at 2 apiece. The go-ahead run is on at first. Cyclones trying to knock him in. High for a ball. It's 3 balls, 1 strike. And that's over the head of Phillips, so he is on. There's no runners on first and second for Evan Clugston. First pitch to Evan is low and inside for ball 1. Ripped up the middle, and it gets past Chase Winkler. Ballard looking to go home, but he'll hold up at third. So the bases are now loaded for the Cyclones.
I think he was kind of thrown off by the base runner there, kind of lost in the as he was moving up, I think. That's just my guess. But
yeah, there was a lot of spin on that ball, and it just spun away from Winkler. Almost gave the Cyclones an opportunity to come around to score, but Ballard ended up holding up there. Now he'll get an opportunity to try to knock in the go-ahead run. Ball one. Ground ball over to Jake Oliver, and Evan Clugston is safe at third. He's going to come around and score, so 2 runs score for the Cyclones, and they now lead it 4-2 here in the top of the 4th. Great job from Evan Clugston to hustle in over there at third. That was a difficult play for Jake Oliver as he tried to turn around and tag out Clugston, but Clugston was on the bag as he got tagged, and the ball gets past third base, and so Evan Clugston comes in to score. Great job there from the Cyclones. Two knows the count out of Zane Phillips, and you'll notice that the other 2 base runners also moved up 45 feet to second and third as the ball got on by third base out of play, so everybody was awarded a base. That's why you see runners at second and third. Zane Phillips looking to add on to this 2-run lead. Pitch here from Gradwall. Gets Phillips to go around for a strike. It's now 2-1. Ground ball down the third base side. It gets past Jake Oliver. 1 run will come in to score. An RBI single for Zane Phillips, and the Cyclones add another run on. It's now 5-2 here in the top of the 4th. Pitch to Evan Clugston is high for ball 1. Big swing and a miss there. 2 away. Enforcers looking to get another out and then come up to the plate. Try to add some more on. 1-2 is the count to Clugston. Runners at the corners. Inside for a ball. Evens the count here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Evan Clugston goes around for strike 3, but the Cyclones, they add on 3 runs here in the top of the 4th inning, and they retake the lead. Cyclones lead at 5-2 as we go to the bottom of the 4th.
Chase looks at ball 1 and ball 2.
2-0 here to Winkler. That's in there for a strike. 2-1 now to Winkler. Enforcers down 3 runs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And previously the Enforcers were up 2-0 heading into the top of the 3rd. Looking to try to shut this thing out, but Alex Ballard hit a 2-run shot in the top of the 3rd to tie things. Now the Cyclones added on 3 in the top of the 4th, and they now find themselves ahead by 3 in extras. Winner of this game would win the series, and it's been a back and forth series to say the least. Enforcers won game 1, final score 7-0. And then the Cyclones came back in game 2 and won game 2 4-3. And now we find the Cyclones in a similar situation where they've come back from a 2-run deficit and they now lead at 5-2 here in extras, trying to shut down the Enforcers.
Oh, you got one for me?
Fuck you, Mark.
Bro, I want to see you hit while drinking the Capri Sun. Hit the Capri Sun with a pit, man.
Ball 1 here to Brock Blahouses. That hits him on the shoulder for ball 2.
Bold decision wearing these sunglasses at night.
3-0. Ground ball over to Zane Phillips at third. He throws on over to first, and it gets on by the house. So Brock Blahouse gets 1 base. I don't know why he's still running. He's looking like a dingus running around.
Second base, that's it.
Brock Blahouse will go on back to second base. It gets by the house, so he will be awarded 1 base. Don't know why he was running around. But either way, Enforcers will get a runner in scoring position for John Galgano, down 3 runs.
Oh, you're right there. You're right there. Ice the barrel, baby. Come on, one.
Strike 1 to Galgano. Ground ball over to Zane Phillips at third. He throws on over to Ballard at first, and the call on the field is safe. So Galgano gets on, and now there's now runners on first and second. Josh Gradwall steps in. Gradwall represents the tying run here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Things look to be getting out of hand a little bit here for Evan Clugston, the Cyclones. First pitch is in there for a strike.
I agree, but I'm trying, brother. Shit looked like it was 9 feet outside.
3-1 to Gradwall.
I don't know what it is.
3-1 on the way, hits the zone for strike 2. Full count. Hits the zone, strike 3. Josh Gradwall strikes out looking for out number 2. And the Enforcers now find themselves down to their final out.
I'll give you a hint. Probably not going to do it.
Jake Oliver represents the tying run. Pitch from Evan Clugston hits Oliver for a ball. And that's high for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes now to Oliver. Way outside for ball 3. 3-0. 4-pitch walk to Oliver, and the bases are now loaded. Chase Winkler gonna get an opportunity, and this is where it really gets interesting, as Chase Winkler would represent the winning run for the Enforcers. It has truly been a back and forth affair here in game 3. Enforcers originally had a 2-0 lead. Cyclones came back to tie it at 2 and have now added on 3 more in extras. They're now just an out away from stealing this game from the Enforcers.
What are you supposed to do with that?
It's in there for a strike. 2-1 to Winkler.
Yeah.
Winkler
That's what you're supposed to do with that.
switching bats. Trying to find an opportunity.
Always got to use the lucky bat, you know.
Lead. Big swing and a miss. 62 miles per hour. Speed check. No pitch.
No pitch, he needs ball. Mark called no pitch. No, it was 82. I just can't see. I can't see. I thought it was 62. Okay, so this is strike. Yeah, it was 62. I thought it just said 62.
So it was not a speed check, so it was a strike. 2-2 is the count. 2-2 to Chase Winkler. Pitch from Evan Clugston is inside. And it's now a full count. Full count, bases loaded, 2 outs. The pitch. Swing and a miss down.
61.
It was 61 miles per hour, a speed check. Chase Winkler is going to get another opportunity. It was a no pitch. We remain full. Bases are loaded. Forcers down 3. Winkler represents the winning run. The pitch from Clugston. Ground ball foul down the third base side. And so we'll do it again. 3-2, bases are loaded. Enforcers trying to regain the lead and win this game and take this series. The pitch from Clugston. Low and outside, and Chase Winkler works a walk, so a run comes in for the Enforcers. It's now 5-3. Brock Playhouse is going to come up to the plate with an opportunity to tie this game.
Yeah. What's the score? What do we need? We need 2. You can win it. Yeah, that number.
5-3 is the score. Tying run on at second. The winning run on at first. The pitch. Playhouse goes around for a strike. 0-1. The 0-1 on the way. And that's fouled off. 0-2 now to Brock Playhouse. Enforcers down to their final out and their final strike.
Who else but Brock?
Cyclones trying to steal this game and the series. The pitch is fouled off by Playhouse. 0-2 remains the count. Who is gonna give? Are the Cyclones gonna be able to hold on and win this game, or are the Enforcers gonna keep clawing back? Pitch here from Evan Clugston is outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Does not go around. Evens the count here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch here from Evan Clugston is fouled off. The count remains 2-2.
Heck of a battle.
2-2 on the way from Clugston. And Brock Playhouse does go around, says the field umpire Jason Morehouse. This game is over. The Central Cyclones have stolen game number 3 and stolen the series. The Cyclones win game 3. Final score 5-3, and they win the series here against the Eastern Enforcers. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here with us tonight for Wednesday night wiffle ball action. We will be back with you all on Monday next week. We hope everybody has a great rest of the night, a great rest of the week, and a great weekend.